Well, good morning, my friend. Welcome to the Pastor's Podcast. Here it is, Thursday morning, and it's going to be another hot one here in the Oklahoma City area. Supposed to be triple digits again today. Was very hot yesterday, but thank God for air conditioning. Kept our auditorium cool last night. We're always thankful for that. And I'm excited about today, soul winning this morning, and then go home and try to stay cool for the rest of the day. Looking forward to what God's going to do as we prepare for the weekend. Now, July 4th weekend. I know this is a vacation weekend for many, many people. I was talking to someone who in the business world earlier this week, and they said this weekend and the next weekend are two very traveled weekends. And they said, we just accept it's going to be down. Now, let's not do that in our churches. Let's be up. Let's do what we're supposed to do, and let's see God do something mighty in our churches this week. In the next couple of weeks, let's try to see people saved and people baptized. Understand, every day can't be a big day, but every day we can see somebody saved, and I hope that you'll do that as well. Well, today, I want to talk to you about a little phrase, contentions among you. In 1 Corinthians 1:11, Paul said, "For it has been declared to you, my brethren," talking about the church at Colossae, he said, "by them which are the house of Chloe, that there are contentions among you." Now, someone from the house of Chloe came to Paul and said, "Paul, we got problems here." You see, one of the greatest pressures that leaders deal with is the contention among those that they lead. The sad part about contention is it hurts the local church's cause and ability to produce to peak ability. Now, many churches could be much larger and more influential in the community if the people of the church didn't allow contention between each other. The sad part about most contention is the pettiness of it. Most contention in a local church or home has nothing to do with right and wrong, but with the pettiness of individuals that really do not matter. Now, Paul dealt with this contention at the church of Corinth. And it's no wonder that this church saw contention, because it was a backslidden, fleshly church. Anytime a church is filled with fleshliness, you're going to find it struggling with contention. The key to the verse that I read to you is the word "you." Paul said there are contentions among you. If this church had removed the "you," there would have been no contentions. You see, the contentions occurred because they let themselves become the focus instead of letting Christ be their focus. My experience in church work shows me that there are 5 causes of contention that I'd like to point out to you. Competition between each other is the first cause of contention. So when people are competing about who is the best, you're going to find contention among you. Contention occurs when staff are competing with other staff who's the closest to the pastor. The Lord's work is not a competition about who's the closest to the pastor or who's the best Christian, but it's a team effort, and with everybody working together to reach the lost for Jesus Christ. Comparison is the second cause of contention. That comparison among each other, I'm better than them, is not the healthy Lord's work. Everyone's a sinner, and to compare one with the other is not wise. You have to remember that everyone can contribute. So everyone is important to the cause that the church is trying to accomplish. Never compare individuals with individuals. You can't do that. Never compare yourself with others. And because if you'll do that, contention will cease. Carrying feelings on one's shoulders, a third cause of contention. Now, wherever work is being done, there's going to be friction that can easily cause contention because of hurt feelings. You cannot carry feelings on your shoulder. You listen to me. One of the hardest things, there's people that I pastor. I hate to say this, that it don't take much for their feelings to get hurt. And it's weird, and it wearies a pastor to have to deal with the hurt feelings of fleshly people. Now, your feelings are not going to matter if you didn't make yourself the central focus of everything. You could relieve your pastor and those that lead you of a lot of pressure that they're carrying by not carrying your feelings on your shoulder. You see, the problem is they say something and you take it to heart, and you take it and say, "Oh, they're talking about me," or "They said this about me," or "They did this." Why is it that we're always quick to feel like somebody is at fault? I'll tell you why. Because you're carrying feelings on your shoulders. So serving you instead of Christ is the fourth cause of contention. You see, when you're concerned with you, you will always cause contention with others. When you take you out of the equation, you will be able to get along and serve Christ with others. You can take you out of the equation by making Christ the focus of all that you do. The fifth cause of contention is crossing lines of responsibility. Now, putting your 2 cents worth of opinion on something that is not your area only causes contention. Now, we've got to stay focused on what we're supposed to do. And if we do, we will never have time to cause contention in another's area of responsibility. Now, I want to come back to this. Now, he says, it has been declared unto me of you. I'm skipping a few commas there, a few clauses. He said, it has been declared unto me of you that there are contentions among you. Now, the contentions among you, follow me very carefully, is this. You have a contention with yourself. You're not even at peace with yourself. Therefore, you then, because you now are not at peace with yourself, you're now not at peace with others. And the reason you're not at peace with yourself is because you're not at peace with God. You see, the contention with others is only a reflection of the contention in yourself. You've got problems with you. Your problem with others is not others. Your problem with others is that you have a problem with you, that you want to cover up and you want to blame everybody else. My friend, you can try to look at the mote in your brother's eye, but until you take care of the beam in your own eye, you're going to continue to have contention, because all these areas that I talked about that cause contention, it all comes back to one thing. You have a contention with yourself. And that contention with yourself is because of this. There's somewhere in your life that you are not right with God. You get right with God and the contentions with others cease. It all comes back to one thing. Get the contention with you settled and the contention with others will automatically settle. But the only way you can settle the contention with you inside of yourself is to get your contention with God right. Whatever you disagree with God about, you better get it right. Because I'm telling you right now, that's the key to solving all contention in the home and in the church. Stop the contention with yourself. Get right with God. Everything else will cease. Well, I hope this is a great help to you today. Now, my friend, let's remember today, be good to everyone. Everyone's having a tough time. Have a great day, my friend.